The lonely chapter. Shit gets lonely, man. And if being honest with you, I'm going through it right now. Every time I've had to rebuild myself as a man, it's usually been after a breakup. First relationship ended, lonely chapter. Second relationship, lonely chapter. Third one, same thing. What I've realized is that heartbreak teaches you more about yourself than anything else, especially as a man. It humbles you, makes you more grounded, but most importantly, exposes your shortcomings in other areas of life. It's like a mirror. When you're in a relationship, you can see the finer details of your strengths and weaknesses. When that relationship ends, if you weren't able to maintain that long term, clearly you had something to work on. So you enter this phase where you've got to isolate yourself to rebuild. And I'm not talking about being dramatic and cutting people off or creating bad blood. I'm talking about naturally letting friends fizzle out when they just don't serve your goals anymore. Like I had friends who still wanted to party, still wanted to go out, live the bachelor life, which is all good and well. There's nothing wrong with that. But here I was just wanting to do more with my life, do something different, get uncomfortable. So we just stopped talking as much. Not because there were issues, but because we were just heading in different directions. And that's the kind of friendships you need anyway. The ones where if you hit each other up, even after not talking for a while, it just feels like you saw each other yesterday. But during these lonely chapters, people don't understand what you're doing. And here's what I was doing. I was spending a lot of my time running, training for marathons, ultra marathons. I was reading more in my car during work breaks, meditating daily, training more often because I had more time for the gym, reflecting and being more present and aware of my thoughts. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm still human. There were times where I had a rubber arm and people could persuade me to go out and have a few drinks. I'd go out, come home at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., but the difference is if I had a race at 7 a.m. the next day, I'd still show up. I wouldn't recommend that to everyone. Definitely get some sleep over going out. But that's the kind of commitment I had to myself. Because sometimes you need to recharge your social batteries, but you still need to show up the next day for the person that you're trying to build. Because that version of myself that I was leaving behind, that was a weak version. The version that let life happen to him instead of him happening to life. The version that just went with the flow, was too nice to speak up, too nice to stand his ground, too nice to let people know his thoughts. You could say it was a bitch. The version that didn't want to get on anyone's nerves. The one that wanted to please everyone. The one that was happy to accept things even though he disagreed with them. That was the version that I was leaving behind. The new identity I'm building toward is completely different. This version is the version that I've always envisioned myself becoming. The leader, the warrior, the kingmaker, the alpha, the person who speaks his thoughts, the stoic, the athlete, the family man, the person that everyone comes to for some guidance, for advice. Kind of like, you could say, like the Tate brothers, guys that are building something of legacy. Basically just becoming the absolute best that I can be as a leader, a family member, a partner, a potential father in the future. The one that just doesn't back down from the challenge. The one that speaks his thoughts. The one that can disagree when he knows there's a difference or a better answer. One who just doesn't take everything for what it is. The one who finally uses his brain, has critical thinking, thinks for himself. The one who stands up for himself. Over the past year, since my last breakup, I was completely locked in. I haven't even gone on a single date for like 12 months. I went ghost. I didn't see anyone that much. I was just focusing on me. And it's hard when you're going through that phase by yourself. You feel like you're doing all this work and you think, what's it all for? Why am I doing this in the first place? I'd rather just be with people and just chill the fuck out. You have all these voices in your head telling you that you're just wasting your time, bro. You should just be kicking the fuck back. Why even bother? And it gets even harder when you see other people living the life that you want to live. It can get disheartening, seeing how they've already achieved what you want to achieve. and you feel like you're just going in circles, getting nowhere. Even though you're putting on all this work, you're getting up early, sleeping in, doing all the right things. But they have the body, they have the girl, they've got the family, the kids, they have the house, they have the car, the perfect business, the career. And you just feel like you're going backwards. And you've got to keep playing catch up all the time. It's like you'd rather keep up than catch up, right? But you're in this catch up mode constantly where you just keep falling back and you've got to keep building yourself back to baseline. It's hard. I get it. Now, here's how I differentiate between productive solitude and harmful isolation. When you start to get thoughts that don't serve you, when you start listening to those thoughts that tell you to do things that aren't going to serve you, that's when it's harmful. That's when you need to become present. You need to meditate, pray to God, get some guidance from the man himself and get back on track. Maybe you need to see some people, recharge your social batteries, go see family, call family, see friends. It's good to return to base camp every now and then, so you can reignite that fire, that flame within. And also to keep that masculinity in check. It's important to see the brothers, get that competitive edge, get that aggressive energy. When people pressure me to go back to normal, look, I wouldn't say I had many pressures during my rebuilding phase. The people around me sort of supported and understood why I was doing it. But when it did happen, I just made it clear. You're not doing this for them. You're doing this for you. That is the biggest thing. Not letting them dictate your decisions and just reminding yourself why you're doing it in the first place. Now, here's the thing. If I'm being honest, I'm still going through that lonely chapter right now. Even after a year, I'm still going through it because I'm still not where I want to be. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm grateful every day. I'm blessed. I'm abundant in good health, good relationships. I've got a roof over my head, clothes on my back, a bed to sleep in, food to eat, water to drink. I'm grateful for these things daily. But the reason I still feel lonely is because I'm still on a mission. I'm still on a journey that people won't understand. I'm still going against the grain. I'm still doing things that other people won't do because they don't have the same dream, the same vision. I'm still taking risks. I'm still training every day to build a strong body and a strong mind. I'm still taking risks on business. I'm still building this thing without a safety net. I'm still doing things that no one would dare to do because it's fucking hard. And I'm tired. It is fucking hard. It's difficult when there's no certainty in the results. Even after all the work you're putting in, the hours that you're committing, and it's just you. You're alone. There's no one to speak to. And even if you spoke to them, what's it going to do? It's not going to change anything. Because at the end of the day, this is your journey. This is your path. No one else can walk it except you. Something I would tell my past self, if he was going through it right now, keep going. Go through it. Don't stop. What's the point in stopping through hell? I think a wise man once said, if you're going through hell, keep going. Don't stop. So you can make it to the other side. I'd tell him, it's only going to get better from here. Because also that the challenges never end. There's always going to be new challenges, trials, tribulations, adversity. There's always going to be roadblocks, curveballs. Just when you think life is sweet, no. But God is preparing you. God is allowing these things to happen because He's already planned everything. Everything's predetermined already. The struggle that I'm going through right now, I'm going through for a reason. I have thoughts where I'm thinking, fuck, did I make the right decision? Should I be working a job? Or should I keep going and double down even harder on business? What am I meant to do? This is a conversation I always have with Him. What do you want me to do? Because I am tired. But the more work you put in, that 1% that you do every day will get you to the other side. It'll get you closer to the life that you dream of. It's inevitable. You see, the way I look at it, we're just souls passing through this gift called life through a physical body. The beginning and the end, it's already written. What we do in between then and now is up to us. So you want to make the most of this life. Now, when I do know it's time to re-engage socially, it's when you start to get those thoughts where you don't feel like yourself anymore. You start to overthink things too deeply into things. You start to create this false sense of reality. That's when you know it's time to go out into the world, get a taste of the real world, recalibrate yourself socially. Super important. Even now, I haven't seen my friends for a while. We're trying to organize a catch up because it's been a minute. And we're only able to catch up when it's someone's birthday, which is far and few between. But it's very important to return back to camp. You need to recharge your masculinity, recharge your social batteries, recharge your social spirit. Not only when you feel better inside with your community, but it also ignites more creativity, more ideas, inspiration within you to keep going. Now, look, I don't want to romanticize this phase, but it's hard as fuck. Some days you question everything. Some days you wonder if you're going to waste your time. Some days you just want to throw in the towel and just be normal. But here's what I've learned. Every man becomes someone worth becoming. Go through this. The lonely chapters aren't punishment, they're preparation. You can't become a new version of yourself while maintaining all the same relationships, habits, environments that created the old version of you. Sometimes you need to step away temporarily so you can rebuild the foundation. And yeah, people won't understand. They'll want to hold you back. They'll think you're going through a phase. But you're not going through a phase, bro. You're going through a transformation. And transformation requires space. Space from who you used to be. Space from people who only knew that version of you. Space to figure out exactly who you're becoming. Now, if you're in this phase right now, I want you to know, you're not broken. You're not doing anything wrong. You're building. And building is a lonely process. But it's necessary because the man that you're becoming is worth more than the comfort you're giving up. The relationships you'll have after this will be much deeper. The life you'll build will be more authentic. The person you'll become will be someone that you actually respect. But you have to go through it. You can't go around it. You can't shortcut it. You have to walk through the valley to get to the mountain. So if you're in this lonely chapter right now, use it. Don't just survive it. Optimize it. Read the books. Train your body. Have those difficult conversations with yourself. Build those skills. Because when you come out of this phase, you won't just be different. You'll be stronger. You'll be clearer. You'll be the man you always knew you could become. And that man is worth every lonely night, every questioned decision, every moment of doubt. Because he's not just better for you, he's better for everyone who will meet him. Now look, if you're in this rebuilding phase and you need some help navigating it systematically, I've got strategy calls available, but only if you're ready. Because even though this journey of yours to walk is tough, having someone who's been through it in your corner can help avoid some of those pitfalls that I've fell into. Links below. Whether we work together or not, just remember this. Your lonely chapter isn't the end of your story. It's the most important chapter because it's where you decide who you're going to become. If it's resonated, hit like, comment building if you're in the rebuilding phase right now. Share this with any man or brother who needs to hear this. He needs to know it's okay to be alone while he figures his shit out on who's becoming. Because sometimes the loneliest chapters create the strongest characters. Get back to building. It's worth it, I promise.